stores if you're a retro gaming fiend like myself. And, where else can you get some random aftermarket controller for less than a cup of coffee? I mean, I was pretty lucky the other day. I was in a Goodwill and, hidden amongst a bunch of, porcelain bears and random crap like that, I found this beast. This is the Super Pad by Performance. It's a, 6-button Sega Genesis controller. And I got it for the whopping price of 99 cents. Yes, that's super. That's what I'm talking about. But, I know, I guess Mark actually reviewed a Super Pad for the Sega Genesis that is kind of similar to this one, but I think this one's a bit older. He reviewed the, I believe it was the P042C, and this model, it's actually on here. Let me get this off. Oh, look at that. This used to be $2.99. I got a super bargain. That's performance right there. So, I think, man, this thing must have been on sale for a while. There, you can see it there. It's the P042. So there's no C. So this must be a bit of an older version of the Super Pad. So this one's a bit different, but it's still really solid. It's a decent controller, especially for the price. It doesn't have the switch up here. Like, usually you have a normal turbo and a slow motion switch for your turbo settings, but instead you have this sideways mode button there. So, if you're playing and you're wondering where the start button is, you have to turn the controller sideways to be able to read it. So there's start button there. But yeah, the D-pad feels really nice. The buttons are in the right place. They're the same color as the usual Genesis controller. I've got a 3-button controller here, which is obviously a bit bigger, but they do have a similar width. They do feel about the same. But yeah, this has a pretty good D-pad. That's the main thing I'm happy with on that. It's a solid D-pad. And another kind of weird thing with this, speaking of the mode button, you'd think that it's turbo mode, right? That's kind of a typical aftermarket controller thing. But this mode button actually enables awesome mode. It sounds crazy, I know, but it's true. So if you put in, any Genesis game, like, say I want to play Phantasy Star 2, hit this button, it becomes Fantasy Awesome Star 2. Or, I put in General Chaos once. That was crazy. It was General Awesome Chaos. One thing, do not play Awesome Possum with this. So if you hit this button, the universe folds in on itself, and it's just bad news for everybody. But anyways, that's the Super Pad, and maybe it's not awesome, but it's super, and it's performance. So if you can find one of these cheap, it's worth picking up, and it's it'll kill you slower than a cheeseburger or something. Super Pad by Performance.